Question: What do you think of the individual who lived on this planet named Neville Lancelot Goddard, and his teachings?
In general, we see every being as a facet of God. When the channeler gets annoyed at someone in his daily life, he often thinks, wait, that person is actually God. Usually that puts him in a more compassionate mindset. We also see every teaching as being a perspective. Some have greater usefulness and some have lesser usefulness, but the wise can get pearls of wisdom from any perspective. First and foremost, we see Neville Goddard as a facet of God and his teachings as one more brilliant part of the majesty of God's glory. So too do we look at every being and every teaching. We like that Goddard teaches not to let assumptions harden into facts. We like that he teaches to focus on working on yourself. The traditional earthling way of manifesting something is visualizing that thing repeatedly. Goddard recommends, among other things, also feeling the emotions you would feel if you had that thing right now. We think this is a good addition. Your energy, heart and emotions are more important than your rational mind. So yes, involving your emotions in manifestation is a good idea. In general, if your mind and emotions and body and energy are all aligned towards one goal, you will likely manifest it. So if your body and energy are aligned towards a goal, and you use Goddard's teachings and you decide to align your mind and emotions too towards a goal, then yes, you may succeed at manifesting whatever you wanted. That said, whether your energy is aligned towards a goal depends in large part on what your soul wants. What your soul wants may be quite different from what your mind wants. For example, maybe your soul wants to put you in a difficult situation where you can experience soul growth or learn a valuable lesson. In such a case, your energy might not be aligned with manifesting a more comfortable situation. Or suppose you struggle with dating because subconsciously you feel unlovable. Well, just consciously trying to visualize a situation where you're loved and trying to emotionally feel that love may not be enough. Your subconscious feeling of being unlovable may still be there, no matter how much you consciously try to feel lovable. In that case, you may actually need to directly heal your feelings of being unlovable. Just directly trying to feel something, without healing the opposite emotion in your subconscious, might not work. Or think of a baby. Is any earthling more pure than a baby? Yet we absolutely know that bad and even horrible things can happen to babies. Did they manifest that, by feeling the wrong emotions or thinking wrong thoughts? If yes, what hope is there for the average earthling? If no, apparently there's other factors at play than just what you're thinking and feeling. So Goddard's techniques may work in some situations and have merit, but we don't think that they would work 100% of the time for everyone. There's also the question of, which is the better approach, trying to improve your life or trying to appreciate your current life more? Of course it depends on the situation and the preferences of the person, but in certain situations, the proper answer is not, try to manifest a different reality. Sometimes the proper answer is, you're here to do something or learn something or experience something, try to find out what the lesson here is. As an anecdote, the channeler has used the technique of visualize plus feel something, once to manifest a relationship, and within a month he had met a woman to be in a relationship with. He used it once more for a job, and the next day someone pointed him to a job ad, and he had a good job within a month. Then some time later he was single again. He tried to manifest a relationship again, but this time it simply did not work because his soul decided that it would benefit him more to be single for a time. So do Goddard's teachings work? Sometimes. What you manifest depends on your body, mind, emotions and your energy. A big part of the body part of this equation is which real-world actions you do. Your energy depends in large part on what your soul wants. So if you try to manifest something that your soul does not want, it likely won't work. You can't manifest your way out of every situation. However, if your soul does want something, then Goddard's teachings can mean the difference between manifesting and not manifesting it. This does not mean that only your soul determines what happens in your life. If your soul wants you to have a holiday in Japan but your conscious mind does not, then you will not go to Japan. Yes, your soul can nudge you towards Japan, but you can still choose not to go. Also note that you are often told that you are very powerful. However, this you does not just refer to your conscious rational you. You also refers to your soul and to your subconscious. You can do just about anything, but that, you, includes your soul. Hence, it's much more productive and fun to work in the direction that your soul wants to go, rather than try to go in a different direction. The channeler regularly asks, "Soul, what do you want me to do today?" and nearly always he does that. Before he was able to communicate with his soul, he followed his intuition and joy. Those come from your soul. As soon as you start moving in the same direction as your soul and have healed your subconscious, there will not be any difference between what you want, what your soul wants, and what your subconscious wants. Once you are there, you can start moving mountains. Although even the current you is capable of doing much more than you probably think. It is very likely that the current you can dramatically improve your life if you work consistently towards self-improvement or towards your dreams for a few years. Finally, even the combination of the normal you plus your soul plus your subconscious isn't in charge of everything. Sometimes stuff just happens. Or well, technically everything has a reason, but sometimes that reason isn't something that a rational mind can easily grasp. If something bad happened to you, it is not always your soul intentionally sending it your way in the hopes that you learn some kind of lesson. Yes, life can be unfair. I hope this helps. I'm sending you love. Tunia.